And we're back again, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Or as one great man would say, hello again, true believers. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy. This is going to be interesting. So I'm just waiting till a few more of you get in the room. And I'll get my article up. So I've got here from Cuban Southpaw. Joshua said it was a lucky punch and these fighters can't box with me and my feet were too fast. I heard McCracken's audio between rounds and losing Boxing Physique YouTube channel and it sounded sensible. AJ seemingly ignored Rob's advice to not engage and jab right hand. Some odd comments from Joshua. We're going to stay at Wembley, goes to MSG. I want rematch at the scene of the crime. MSG goes to Saudi Arabia. Well, I don't believe AJ is his own man. But anyway, I spoke earlier about the mental makeup of a fighter, a boxer. And so far, AJ to me has looked like a fighter that hasn't quite come to terms with the fact that he's no longer champion. So I'm going to get into this because Joshua fans, let me turn my volume up here, you can hear me. Joshua fans need to listen and listen very carefully. Good evening from Manchester. Hello. This video I'm going to do now is one you're going to come back to. Believe me, you're going to come back to this video. So it's just come out. Resurrection, the Sun newspaper. Anthony Joshua claims Andrew Ruiz ain't that skillful and KO'd him with a lucky punch from the gods ahead of a rematch. Now, I know the Sun can get things wrong. I know because my own articles that were interviews that were done here on BWTM Sports have also been in the Sun newspaper and have come out wrong as well. But anyway, let's listen to what AJ has to say. I've got to do it in AJ words because I'll try to sound like AJ anyway. I might sound more like Frank Bruno, but there you go. The former heavyweight champion of the world is aiming to put his shock defeat to the Mexican behind him as he prepares for the rematch later this year. And the 29-year-old, I've been eating Snicker bars, which is not great because I've got all this peanuts up in my mouth. Not fantastic. Also warned Ruiz he was digging his own grave in the smack talk ahead of the next clash. Speaking to William Hill, for those people who don't know who William Hill is, our international friends or global friends, William Hill is like a betting, like a bookmakers. So you go there, you put your bets down. William Hill is just the name of the branch of the company. So AJ said, I took my L like a man and I'm going to show people the art of bouncing back. That's what this fight is to me. I'm going to resurrect myself and my spirit and re-enlighten myself. I'm going for the second time to become heavyweight champion of the world. Joshua revealed he had been thinking a lot about the famous Muhammad Ali quote, which says, he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. And he admitted he was perhaps guilty of underestimating Ruiz the first time round, but he will continue to set himself goals and challenges to keep himself on the path to glory again. The Watford boxer said, you see, motivation quotes from Ali, for example, and when you're on a high, you think, that doesn't apply to me, I'm invincible. Then sometimes, when you're your own personal issues or public issues, you start relating to those quotes. If you want to win every battle, don't step into the ring. But if you want to have brilliant days every day, don't go into challenges. Don't set goals. But you have to set goals and challenges, which is fine. But it's all about getting over them. Some may be tougher than others. But it's you who set the goals. Be prepared to stumble every now and then. I had a little stumbling block recently, and in 10 years, it would be more meaning. But right now, I have my purpose in my fight with Randy Ruiz. So, and regarding the belts, he told Sky Sports his foe is a good fighter, but ain't that skillful. And only won thanks to a lucky punch sent by the gods. He said, I know I can get it back. I laugh at everyone who says I should retire. Maybe I might retire then. They clash in Saudi Arabia on December the 7th, but the champion insists real news about the fight is to come, as he claimed the showdown must be in the US. However, Eddie Hearn hit back, threatening legal action unless the Ruiz honors his contract and agrees to the fight where AJ and his team want. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. You know what? I told you, boxing, particularly in the UK, is coming like WWE. Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn, right? They're running this like it's WWE. I'm telling you, every week there's something new to laugh at. And this is something new to laugh at. I told you the guy's in denial, but now there's but that's an emotional state. There's shock. There is disbelief. There's so you've got your shock, your disbelief, anger, disillusioned, and delusions of grandeur. Joshua now is a state of delusion of grandeur. If he believes for 1 second that it was a punch from the gods, then it surely was a punch from the gods that dropped Ruiz. It surely was a punch from the gods that dropped him when Klitschko dropped him. It must have been a punch from the gods when White rocked him. It must have been a punch from the gods when Nista had him on Queer Street back in the amateurs. It must have been a punch from the gods that knocked him down when White knocked him down in the amateurs. Punch from the gods, lucky punch. Mate, you were getting punched up. So it must have been an accumulation of lucky punches from round 3 onwards. Considering boxing is about hit and not getting hit, you were getting hit with a lot of lucky punches. One lucky punch. Well, okay, we could say McCall knocked Lennox out with one lucky punch. We could say that Rackman knocked Lennox out with one lucky punch. But you got knocked down 4 times. You got knocked out the ring. And you're talking about... I'm telling you, this guy is in a mental break. He's in a meltdown. I said to you in the previous video, right, that he's not even had time to really take into consideration the loss, where he's focused on the rematch already. He hasn't had time to kind of take in the loss, absorb it, admit the better man beat him on the night, and then train that way. But if you're training the way based on you're the better man and he got a punch from the gods and got lucky, this is the same garbage that Price and Tony Thompson, if you remember, Price and Tony Thompson, when Price got knocked up by Thompson in the first fight, there were certain pundits that went, yeah, you know, it was a bit of a lucky punch, weren't it? A bit of lucky punch. You know what I mean? Price got caught with a lucky punch. And what happened? Price got got knocked out the second fight because they considered it a lucky punch. That's arrogance. That's ignorance at the highest level of ignorance there is. So you got punched up by how many? Somebody got a compy box around here and let me know how many punches Anthony Joshua got punched up with. Lucky punches. My word. My word. Where's my people in room with wrenches? Where's my wrench people? Where's my wrench people? Let me see if I get people wrenched up in here. Where's my wrench people? Where's my wrench people in the room? There's people in here that are talking nonsense, please take them out of the room. When you want to have a proper debate tonight, don't know fanatics in the room. Lost a lot of respect for AJ, but he does Ruiz in rematch. AJ's in denial. He'll get KO'd again. He's in denial. Yes, definitely. Says Eve Popat. How you doing, Eve? Didn't you have hair on the last video? No, I didn't. You missed that video out. The exposure was beautiful. Sticker bar. That evidence that AJ and Ruiz. He sounded quite reasonable there, to be honest. Reasonable. Reasonable. That's not reasonable. That is delusions of grandeur. You're not admitting that Ruiz is a good fighter, which is a problem. That's why your ass got knocked out the first time. Oh, sorry. That's why you got hit with those lucky punches the first time. AJ, no fighter. He's not a bum. In the next 5 years, he will be a gate holder. Yeah, I can see that happening. Hate. It's not hate. It's what he said. It's hate. What's good, Ingram? AJ went to his homeland and got balls. He put, oh dear. The Sun newspaper cut from tissue paper. Lennox Lewis could come out of retirement and eat a few Snickers and humble AJ. Reveals manager of ex-undisputed champion. Lewis has also tweeted that the Stars trainer, Robert Kraken, may not offer everything needed for a fighter to rule the heavyweight division. Well, of course, that's true. McCracken actually gave decent advice not to collapse pocket. He didn't listen. Stacey's good, though, or Ali. Now, I told a few things here. There's one thing your trainer telling you what to do. There's another thing, you being able to do it. Please smash the like button. Smash the like button. Also, while I'm in the room, very important announcement for all you that are watching this now and later on. Make sure that your notification bell is clicked on. Next to the subscribe button, you've got a notification bell. Click that notification bell because YouTube back in January unsubscribed a lot of people. He unsubscribed a hell of a lot of people. At least 1,000 people were unsubscribed. This is what YouTube did. So please make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Right, let's keep going. Let's see what people are saying here. In denial, Egypt punched from the gods. The bubble has been long time. Has been bursting, says Spotless Leopard. Seen you on BFTB live. That's all. I am from Manchester. You seen a Nista loss? Huh? Yeah, I saw the Nista loss. I told you guys and ladies, go and watch Nista loss. And you tell me where Joshua's improved since the Nista loss. He has not. He still doesn't know how to fight against short guys that can close the range, who not guys that just walk in front of him like that, but guys who can move their heads. Remember, this guy had 5 weeks training. And remind you, 5 weeks training camp. Joshua had a full training camp. This guy had 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Lock it in your brain. 5 weeks. And on 5 weeks, he did that. 5 weeks, he landed them lucky punches. So what's he going to do in 10-week camp? The thing that I find most annoying about AJ is the terminology when he speaks. He sounds like an uneducated politician. He makes me cringe to hear him speak. I can't be the only one who feels this way. Well, people who are not caught up in the Sky Sports hype and listen to what he's saying. He's not in control of his career. He's not in control of his career. If AJ says, we're fighting Cardiff, or we're fighting the USA, and your promoter's running off and telling you you're going to be in Saudi Arabia, you're not in control of your career. It sounds to me that Bazar Hearn, when he talks about slave contract, I don't know if AJ's in a slave contract, but can somebody explain to me why this man says, I don't need Fury, I don't need to fight in America. A few moments later, everyone, I just want to announce, I'm going to be fighting in America. No, I thought you said you didn't. I thought you said you didn't need to fight in America. Same AJ. Yeah, you know, give me 50 million and I'll fight Wilder. 50 million later. Yeah, there's something wrong with the contracts. Yeah, you know, Wilder's team are ducking me. Yeah. What? Okay, next one. This was a good one. Yeah, who do you want next? Fury, Tyson Fury, where are you? Tyson Fury, where are you? During the interview, you know, I don't need Tyson Fury, you know, because Tyson Fury, he's got no belts. So if he had no belts when you're calling him out, why are you calling him out now? But it don't make no sense. The guy, things don't make sense. So the only thing to me looks like AJ's on his own steam train, thinking he's doing all these things, deluded into thinking he's doing all these things and saying all these things, and then the truth is coming out. Whereas, no, you're not moving that way. This is what you think. This is what we're telling you to do. It almost sounds like that unruly schoolboy or school child, where you say to dad, "Dad, I'm going out tonight." No, you're not. But I want to go out. No, you're not. I don't want to go to America. You're going to America. Yeah, but I want to fight Fury. You're not fighting Fury. Yeah, but if I ask for 50 million, surely I can fight Wilder. No, you're not fighting Wilder. It's not happening. We told you before you're not fighting Wilder. You're not fighting Wilder till 2020. Do you not get it? Yeah, but I still want to fight Wilder. I want to be undisputed champion. Listen, you'll do as we say, and that is it. That's what it sounds like to me with Joshua's career. That's what it seems like to me. I want to fight back at the scene of the crime. No, you're going to fight in Saudi Arabia. You're going to go where you're getting paid. We're going to Saudi Arabia. You shouldn't have lost to Ruiz in the first place, so you're going to go make the money back in Saudi Arabia. You're costing you too much money. That's what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong, but there's too much of this going on. There's too much of that. Here, potential one here. What's up? I'm fine. What did he say now? He basically said that Ruiz isn't that very good a boxer, and he got hit. He got hit by a lucky punch from the gods. Got worse. He sounded reasonable when talking about not afraid to losing. No, don't talk that. He's saying that now he wasn't looking to lose. He was looking to go down the Mayweather route. I'm telling you, the way he was moving his career, he was trying to be the heavyweight Mayweather. I can see AJ getting beat again and then Fury doing Ruiz. Speaking to boxing scene, he said, he, Joshua, keeps it up. Lennox may just eat a few Snicker bars, come out of retirement. And AJ, and beat AJ to humble him. If Anthony Joshua was actually paying attention to his peers in the younger generation, he would know that. That says this is EJ Boxing Live. B White says Ruiz walked Joshua down at will in the first match. He hammered him. I can't see now how Joshua comes back from that. Nor can I either. Lennox has been a mentor and a friend to countless young fighters, from Andre Ward to Shaka Stevenson to Brian Jennings. I know that. I was telling people last night. He's been a mentor to countless fighters, and he's been doing work in Jamaica with Howard the Shadow Knight. We spoke about this last night. Tyson Fury to Deontay Wilder, the list goes on and on. He has always been there for a sounding board and supporter to these guys and so many more. 360. AJ versus Price, road to redemption. Ruiz only had 5 weeks, but he had just fought 4 or 5 weeks earlier against another fighter. Don't make excuses, mate. 5 weeks. That is not preparation for a world title fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. Not good enough. Not good enough. Mr. Boxing Today, my brother. Man, I love your shows. I love your shows, Mr. Boxing Today. Enough respect to you, brother. Think you're spot on. Joshua's not in control of his career. It looks as there too many yes men have left him devoid of reality. Criticizing boxing royalty in Lewis was always going to backfire, and it looks nobody told him. Evening, boss. Evening. Listen. You have people around him who don't know boxing. How on earth would you pick Andy Ruiz to make the first defense of your heavyweight title in America to showcase after Deontay Wilder just blew out Brazil, you go and take out Andy Ruiz. And there's question marks about your chin as it is. And you're vulnerable to left hooks. Why would you do that, Eddie? Why would you do that? I understand why you do it, Eddie. But you know, nobody is asking Eddie the question, why did you stick Andy Ruiz in with Anthony Joshua? Is it because you're so arrogant as you believe that Joshua is so good? Or you've been blowing so much smoke up your man's ass that it's so dark you can't see the light? I don't know. But even whichever one it is, it's not boding well for Joshua. And I said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep on saying it. Where's the aftercare? You know, like they talk about the Jeremy Carr show, when there's an issue and the two people have been arguing, they say, all right, well, you know, go backstage with Graham. Joshua needs Graham at the moment. Anthony Joshua needs Graham. And he needs to sit down with Graham and have a conversation about who he is, where he is, and what he's about. Because it seems to me that Joshua is extremely deluded. I think he believes somehow that he's in control of his career, because he clearly isn't in control of his career. He seems to be a puppet on a string, right? And he will do tap dance and do exactly what the puppet master says. That's what it seems. Why in the hell would you put out a video on Sky Sports of that clip with him and Lennox? Why would you say that? There's so much of that interview. Why would he put that clip out? To start more trouble up. It's doing in his career no favors whatsoever. And these interviews that Joshua's doing at the moment are doing him no favors, because I'm telling you now, I've sat back and I've watched Joshua's interviews and I'm going, look at this kid. Look at this guy. He's opening himself up and he's exposing himself. He's showing how mentally frail he is. Instead of him go quiet, zip it, and go off the face of the planet and be locked away and be training, he's still talking about it to people who have not got a clue about boxing. He's talking about it to reporters. Some of these reporters haven't got a clue. Some of these reporters are guys even blowing smoke up his house all the time. Surely he won't unify strike. Hell no. Hell no. You just had problems with left hooks. And you want to go and fight Wilder for unification? Come on, man. They didn't want that unification back when he was unbeaten. He thought Andy was depressed and giving up on boxing. Cherry pick gone wrong. Big up Mr. Boxing Today, one of my favorites. AJ is a manufactured fighter, 100% all about the corporate rubbish. Is White more real than AJ? Unpopular opinion. Of course he's more real than AJ. That's why he's in the crap he's in at the moment. That's why. That's why. Excuse me 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, late night food. AJ's kept me up. AJ's kept me up. Right, there we go. Then the latest thing now. He did this, another interview somewhere he did. And I'm like, what is this man on? He's now changed. He's changed. This never article. Check this article out. It's come out Friday, 16th of August, 3:22 p.m. What is this man doing? It's a different thing now. What are you doing? Now you're talking slang. You're talking slang now. Joshua warns Ruiz ahead of rematch. This is in the Metro newspaper. Anthony Joshua suggested that he may have taken the threat of Andy Ruiz lightly the first time around, but is fully motivated to reclaim the belts, particularly if the Mexican continues his Mac talk. The Brit was knocked down 4 lucky punches at Madison Square Garden by his unfancied opponent before the fight was stopped in the 7th round, and they will rematch in Saudi Arabia on December the 7th. No, they won't. I don't think they will. Ruiz was a late replacement for Jerome Miller, and Joshua has conceded that the lack of animosity between himself and the Mexican may have contributed to his defeat, but he's ready for revenge. Asked if Ruiz's recent comments would have brought back the beast inside of Joshua that was missing previously, he told William Hill, "I'm not going to say that that's the reason, because when I'm in the ring, we're in the lion's den. I'm never looking for excuses, but it's interesting that you say that, because I didn't meet Ruiz until the press conference the week of the fight, because Miller pulled out and that was the best replacement." So there wasn't that real fire. I'll be honest, the smack talk is only digging his own grave, because it's a different kind of thing now, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of thing. I didn't even say, I didn't even read that bit, you know what I mean? I just added it on to be funny. And the article says, you know what I mean? Yeah, I took my L and I handled it like a man. But it's just, I'm just going to show people the art of bouncing back. That's what I mean. You know, that's the fight. That's what it's about, the fight, you know? I'm just speaking about it, me, to the public. Whether they believe it or not, you can run with it or you could take it how you please. But for me, it's about the art of bouncing back. Rumours started swirling the reason of Joshua's poor performance, from suggesting he was knocked out in sparring to pre-fight panic attack, where he looked dazed in the ring, seemed out of character, something he notes himself. As the interview bounced on the spot, Joshua chimed in, "You didn't even see that in the ring. In the ring, before you saw me like this," leans back on the ropes, "you're going to see," starts bouncing. "I'm going to bounce back. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to bounce back." Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. You listen to that crap that's been spoken. This is not good. This is not good. If and when the rematch takes place, and if Joshua loses, where does he go from here? There. Surely a loss spells the end of stadium fights and pay-per-view. No. David Price is still doing pay-per-views. Sam Jones tweeted that Ruiz didn't want anything to do with Joyce in sparring, and sparred Charles Martin instead, and was getting pieced by the Prince. Well, he might have been getting pieced by the Prince, but at the time of sparring, who's the heavyweight champion of the world now? Unified. Who beat Anthony Joshua? I don't want to hear nothing. Joshua walks through Ruiz, in my opinion. Yeah, of course he does. No, I don't think anyone believes that. If he tries to walk through Ruiz, he'll get knocked out, because he's another one who's got no defense. But anyway, hey, remember Eddie ranting about Wilder saying Wilder beat AJ, and yeah, beat me. Come on then, finish me. Come on then, finish Wilder, finish Joshua, knock Joshua out, and finish Matchroom. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who'll be willing to do that now, for sure. AJ was knocked down 4 times in one night. Lennox has been knocked down twice in his career. Let that sink in. Joyce will go to sleep. Joyce beats him like a piano. No, he doesn't. Sorry. Joyce's legs stiffen when Jennings hit him on the chin. Let me tell you something. If Ruiz hits him in the chin, it's over. Go back and look at the fight again. I'm sure this is Ruben in the room, by the way. This Sultan Ibragimov is definitely Ruben Guerrero. Nobody cares about Joe Joyce. We're talking about Anthony Joshua here, so stop talking about Joe Joyce. So yeah, Mr. Boxing Today, what are your thoughts on what's going on? Let me hear what people are saying. Eve, what's your thoughts? What are you thinking about this? Michael C. Samuel S. Retros. Or Die 78 Boxing. What's going on? What do you think? Ian McKenzie. Cuban Southpaw. I'm calling you all out. What is going on? Hunter's my boy. We're trying to contact Hunter as it goes. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment, but try to contact him. So you've heard it here. These comments of AJ are delusions of grandeur. I'm telling you. He's not acknowledging that Andrew is. He's acknowledging on one hand that Andrew is a good fighter, but on the other hand, he's saying it's a lucky punch. So he's still not crediting Andrew Ruiz. I hope Usyk took on Joyce. I'd love to see Usyk take on Joyce. I'd love to see Usyk take on Joyce. I think Ruiz has AJ's number. Same outcome, December 7th. Who would you suggest? Usyk for Joyce. Rematch. Let's see if Joyce is fast to take that rematch. Let's see if Sam Jones will take that fight with Usyk. Put it right. Go and put it right. Put that fight right. I don't think that. I think they'll fight Caballero for the European title. They'll fight Caballero. As soon as somebody's got good feet and can punch. So Joyce is on a different trajectory. Yep. Timber. It's coming. I like Joyce, but I just don't. It's just another one of these things, accidents waiting to happen. So yeah, has anybody else got anything to say about this particular thing? Please, by the way, once again, while you're watching the show, please make sure that you've checked your YouTube channel, make sure that you're subscribed, and also make sure that you hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell on the side. Hit that bell so you can be notified of the next show. Sam Joyce won't put Usyk near Joyce. No, he will. He would, because he thinks that Joyce will walk for everybody. So he would do that. He would do that. So I think he's massively underrates Ruiz. I think so too. I really think so. When all these heavyweights start talking last, the best, we get the best fights. We've been exposing AJ for a year on here. Thought it would have been Fury. Cockiness defeated him more than anything. Are you friendly with Sam? Am I friendly with Sam? It's been on the channel more than once. Good evening. Good evening. And AJ comments are very concerning. Denise Wards. Good evening to me. To you. Boxing royalty there with Denise Wards. I feel blessed every time you come in the room, Denise. It's an honor to have you in the room as always. Sorry, I meant when the heavyweights start taking losses, then we get the big fights. Yeah. What's up? Sorry, Ingram. What did Joshua say? He said that the punch. He said that Ruiz is not very skillful. He said that he was a punch from the gods, and that he didn't take Ruiz seriously, and he underestimated him. But this time, it's a different thing. You know. He said he only saw Ruiz. You know, the week of the press conference, so I didn't have any animosity towards him. So, what did you do? You didn't have any animosity to him. So the first week you saw a complete stranger, you gave him your belts. You don't make any sense. You don't make any sense whatsoever. You're not making sense. He's not making sense. If anybody can make sense of it, I don't know. Live on my show at the moment, so I don't know if you've got like maybe 10 minutes to spare. 10
minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes only.
Okay, all right.
Okay. We have in the room with us now legendary trainer Stacey McKinley. Stacey, how are we doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm very good, Stacey. Great to have you in the room. Now, some comments have come out from AJ. AJ's basically said it was a lucky punch. Andy Ruiz is not very skillful. He was complacent, and he blamed the fact that Ruiz came in the week of the press conference. That's why he was kind of complacent. But it's a different situation now. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, it was no lucky punch. I mean, everybody watching the fight, just that he made a lot of mistakes himself. But no, there's no such thing as a lucky punch. The kid set him up, Ruiz set him up and hit him with the shots he was trying to hit him with. Most of the big shots he tried to hit him with, they land. So the moment he's fight, Ruiz fight the way Ruiz fight. And there was no lucky punch in the press conference and all this stuff had nothing to do with it. His skills and techniques are just not there. That's all it is to it. And it doesn't correct it, it's going to be the same thing over again. You know, he's looking for an excuse of saying, you know, it's a lucky punch. It's not a lucky punch. Well, how many lucky punches did you get hit with?
I just said that. I just said that.
Yeah. So there was a lot of lucky punches then. I mean, come on now. But I understand what he's trying to do. You know, he's trying to say there's a lot going on. It was a lot going on with him, but he still is not. I'm not hearing what I want to hear.
No, am I either. It's concerning me more so. He seems like he's got delusions of grandeur now, which is a bad sign.
Right. He really does, because he didn't sit down and he didn't mentally get himself together, think about what he's doing, stay off the internet so much, off social media, and concentrate on his boxing. He need to get away.
Stacey, I've just finished saying these things to the boxing fans. I've just said this to the boxing fans. I said to him, he needs to stay off social media. He needs to go into hiding. He keeps doing his interviews and he keeps rubbing himself into more trouble by making these stupid comments.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, the only thing he's doing is basically he's giving the other guy a lot of confidence, because he can see where his mind is not right. He can see where his mind is not right. Delusional, like you said. And so Ruiz can pick up on all this stuff. Ruiz good fighter, the experienced fighter. So, you know, he picks up on all that. He just get on social media and get to his boxing train and get his techniques together. And that's what he needs to do. But, you know, social media got a big part to play with these guys now. So they all, I call them social media fighters. So he can't stay off there.
Do you think, I mean, I think this is actually a dangerous policy, but do you think if AJ turned into being a roadman or a guy from the street and try to take that street attitude to the ring against Ruiz, that would work? Because I think it would backfire. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thing is he need to get his techniques together, get in good shape, keep his weight in good shape, and work behind his jab. Now, I think one of the main things is he's a big guy, he's a tall guy, he got to fight tall, but in that fight he's fighting short. You know, spread his legs real wide to come down to this guy's level. That right there, I don't understand that. But he did the same thing with Povetkin. I noticed he did the same thing with Povetkin. So he needs to stay tall. You can reach for him, but he doesn't stay tall. He gets down there with him. He's a short man just like he is. So you know, all those are skills and techniques that he can work on. If he can work on his mind, he has to work on his mind. Final
thoughts, Stacey. Lennox Lewis, Joshua in this interview also turned around and called Lennox a clown and said that he's from a different cloth from Lennox Lewis.
Now, he's no Lennox Lewis. He ain't no Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis ain't no clown. Lennox Lewis is heavyweight champion of the world, man. Lennox Lewis is a good fighter. He was smarter. I tell you what, you call Lennox Lewis a clown, but he's a clown because Lennox Lewis was smarter to go get him some help. Lennox Lewis realized he was in trouble. He got knocked out by Otto McCall. He turned around and hired Otto McCall's trainer.
See, that's exactly what I've been telling the boxing fans. So it's like, I haven't spoken to you, and exactly what you're saying is exactly what the boxing fans are listening to now.
Yeah, and he made that change. He made that change, and he went on to become a great fighter. But this kid here is going right back into the same thing. He make no change. He's going right back into the same thing. So Lennox Lewis ain't no clown. Definitely is no clown. So we forget about that.
Okay. And okay, Stacey, I know you're very busy. You've got to get to another place, but thank you so much as always. And we want to talk to Trevor Bryant, so we need to get I need to get the right number for Trevor because I can't get through to him.
Oh, okay. I'll get that to you.
Okay. Stacey McKinley, thank you so much as always.
Thanks for having me. Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. For those people who don't know who Stacey McKinley is, trained Mike Tyson for 10 years, trained Tony Tucker, trained Alexander Povetkin, trained Samuel Peter, trained Shannon Briggs. Among a host of other, over 35 world champions 8 of them have been heavyweight champions of the world. So I've just mentioned a few fighters that Stacey McKinley and now currently trained Trevor Bryant and his challenge against Manwar Shah for WBA heavyweight championship of the world. So there you go. You have a world-class Hall of Fame trainer telling you as it is. So I've told you I'm a nobody. He's told you the same stuff I've been telling you. And you saw the call, right? So I haven't spoken to Stacey today. I just called him right there, and that's what he said. So it is what it is. And he's not saying the right things. He's saying the sort of things. Joshua's saying things that's going to encourage the opposition. He's going to encourage Andy Ruiz and his camp. Let's see what people are saying. I'm going to place my bet on Ruiz. Road that will surface. Joshua's hardly on social media and makes a mess. I think the Vlad knockdown was heavy and he needed time out. Honestly, he needed protection 20 fights in. Stacey's got a wicked accent. Where's he from? Sounds like Mr. T, LOL. He's always on his Snapchat. Looks like he's away in Africa at the moment. AJ just sounds bad when he's being himself because he's been so fake for so long. That's the real AJ. I don't like Joshua. I like Big Febby from Watford. Well, I think Dillian White said that the real Femi's a nasty piece of work. That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he says. People say he's talking rubbish. So it's all coming out now. It's all coming out the wash. Femi from the block. Joshua's behavior, not serious on Snapchat. Like it's a game. He's building property on my road. No focus. LOL. What you're talking about, suckers, Mr. T, a.k.a. Crocodile. He said a clown is a clown. When you wipe away and make up, his cart remains the same. No squares in the circle. G shit said. G shit only. Said on his Instagram. So what, he's a rapper now as well, is he? He's fighting Sergey Kuzmin. Kuzmin is a decent operator. Yes. Cuban Southpaw, he's all about the money. Wouldn't be surprised if he retires early. Don't know if my eyes, but Joshua looks like he shrunk a bit. I don't know. Right, but I think I've done my bit here. I've got to give something to our Football Manager people tonight. So after this, I'm going to be banging on Football Manager 2000. At least we'll play for 3-4 hours tonight. See if we can get closer in that league. Thank you all so much as always for subscribing, for chilling out, for watching the show. Really appreciate it. Share these videos across social media, and let's do something special with this. As Lennox will say, bigger top, bigger top. You know, you're watching BWTM Sports. This is Lennox Lewis. Good night. Oh, Lennox.